Good day, YouTube. Today I'm going to let you come inside my mind, my thoughts. The title of this is kind of interesting, if not weird, but let me explain. I'm an individual who, in the past and still today, I have anxiety. Anxiety for me can be high often, so I've worked on it in many different ways. For many years I ran, I jogged, and I loved it, and it was so good for me. It was a release. That was one thing. Another thing is thinking differently about situations, about things that happen. And the third thing that I can give you is I'm a resiliency trainer for the Air Force. And I do that occasionally, here and there. It's not my primary job, it's an additional duty. So resiliency is very important to me. I'm passionate about it, and I love to have trainings, and I'm going to do one in a week. Don't know how many people. I think it's going to be a lot, but I'll do two different classes. So when I say it's okay, Hugo, it's okay, I want you to know that often I'm speaking and in these videos, and I've made over 500 videos in almost 8 years being on YouTube. I'm speaking to myself often first and foremost. So I'm reminding myself, I'm very deliberate about life, especially at my age, which is a good thing. So here's what I'm saying. When I say it's okay, Hugo, it's okay, is the beautiful thing about getting older in life is you can make adjustments and you can do things better and look and reflect on the past, on what you did and how you did it, if it worked out, if it didn't work out, and if it didn't work out, how you can make it better. For example, being a parent. You're going to learn and live by living and being a parent. I am a grandfather now. I'm a grandpa. I have my granddaughter and my grandson, and they come here occasionally, or I go over there, and I get to go home, and they get to go home as well. So that's an example of how could I do things different if I could go back in time. And there's a lot of things that I would do different, but I can't go back to the past. So I can do something about today and the future when that arrives. So as a grandparent, I've learned a lot. And I'm a lot easier and gentler and nicer than I used to be because my intention was good maybe as a parent and my delivery was not good. So my point is this. When I say it's okay, I'm at the point in life where I see a lot of things or things happen to me and I just go with the flow sometimes. I'm very deliberate about this. You have to be aware of this, and I am. And when I'm aware, I can slow it down, meaning I'm not going to let another individual, and it takes a lot of work, so don't think I'm in autopilot. I'm not going to let another individual get to me, even though that still happens. It does happen, but it's far few in between than in the past, where in the past I would react and get upset or be bothered or be offended. The list goes on. And now it's kind of like, it's okay. It's all right, because it's okay to disagree. People are different. People aren't going to be like me. I'm not going to be like others. And that is a part of life. I'll give you another example. In marriage, I've been married 26 years, and my wife and I are very similar, but we're also different. And that is okay. Different is not a bad thing. If you don't know what my job is now for the Air Force, Space Force, technically, it is diversity and inclusion. So I've been trained, and I also have wisdom, and I also have experience where I can be good at what I am paid to do. Be good at doing trainings. Be good at explaining. I had a conversation with an individual recently, and they were kind of offended, not offended, but bothered about the conversation that they had. So you had two people, and it's okay if somebody is saying something to me or to you or to somebody and we don't agree. That's fine. It's not that big of a deal, because where I am now is it's okay that, you know what, it may work for you and that's great, but it's not going to work for me, and here's why. Now, I don't have to come out and challenge everyone, When I disagree, I just say, oh, okay, cool. But in my mind, of course, I may be thinking something like, yeah, that's not going to work for me, or I've tried that, and sometimes it takes a lot of energy to try to convince someone else, and that is not something that I would try to do. Now, if somebody comes up to me for advice or for input on why I think or do it this way, I'll share it with them, because of course, if I can help someone, why not? People have helped me. But here is the bottom line, is it's okay to, it's not that big of a deal. And sometimes we as individuals make it a big deal. Believe me, I've done that several times in my life where I overreacted, where I was over upset or angry. And, you know, the beautiful thing is that we can learn and do things different. And just take it easy, especially me. Remember, I have high anxiety, so I'm wired. I'm type A person, I'm OCD, and I'm wired to let's go. And I'll end it with this. A good friend of mine who was a boss up until recently said to me, Hugo, you have to build community, and you have to kind of just slow it down and invest in people, which I do. I love people. People are my business. That is why I have this channel. And I've been doing this for about 8 years, almost, in December. And it doesn't get a lot of views, but I know it's okay with me because I'm doing it for the one or the two people who need to hear this. So hopefully you've taken something out of this. If you have to slow it down for yourself, do it. This is what's in it for you. Slow it down. If you need to think things over, do it. If you need to get input from someone, do it. It's really helped me because I'm an individual that my wife has described me accurately as intense at times. And I know a lot of people, because I've heard it over and over and over, say, what? You have anxiety? What? You're intense? But these are the people that I interact with here and there. My wife knows me like inside and out. Hopefully that you can take something out of it, and you have a great day. Take care.